All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down something pretty amazing. Dan Martell's framework for building a one-person AI business. And get this, you can do it even if you're starting with literally zero cash and absolutely no coding skills. So no code, no cash? You might think, no way. I mean, starting an AI company, that sounds impossible, right? Like you need a ton of money or a PhD in computer science. But what if I told you there's actually a clear roadmap, a step-by-step guide you can follow, starting today? So here's how we're gonna break it down. We've got 4 main phases. First, finding a painful problem. Then, shaping a manual solution. After that, validating it with cold hard cash. And finally, iterating and growing. This is the whole journey from an idea to a real business.
All right, phase 1. Find a painful problem. And this is the most critical part, and it's probably not what you think. It's not about your brilliant idea. Nope. It's all about finding someone else's really painful, expensive, and urgent problem.
And this brings us to a super important idea, the difference between a vitamin and a painkiller. You see, a vitamin is a nice to have. It's cool, but nobody's losing sleep over it. A painkiller, though, that's a must-have. It solves an urgent, nagging problem that people are desperate to get rid of. You want to be in the painkiller business, for sure. And Dan Martell puts it perfectly. If you can find real pain, you can make a lot of money. It's that simple. Look, people will always open their wallets for a few key things: making more money, saving time, saving money, or gaining status. Your whole mission right now is to find a problem that hits one of those 4 buttons.
Okay, so let's say you've done that. You've talked to like 10 people, and they all have the same nagging problem. Now we're in phase 2, shape the manual solution. It's time to build something, right? Well, not exactly. Here's the crazy part. You're not going to write a single line of code.
Yeah, this is the real secret sauce right here. You start by solving the problem manually. You become the service. Why? Because it forces you to talk to your customers, to learn their workflow inside and out. And the best part, you get paid to learn. That money can literally finance the real product down the road. So what you do is package this manual service into a super simple one-page offer. It's just 4 things. What's the problem? What's the outcome you're promising? How long will it take? And how much does it cost? That's it. You make it a total no-brainer yes for that first client. Now listen up, because this is so important. Once you have that offer, you still don't build the product. You build a prototype. I'm going to say it again: prototype, prototype, prototype. This is the #1 mistake people make. They go and spend a ton of money building something that nobody's actually confirmed they'll pay for.
And look, building a prototype today is crazy easy. Seriously, you can just sketch out the workflow on a piece of paper or an iPad. Then you use a tool like Figma or even Visibly.ai to make a clickable version that looks like the real thing. And then, bam, you get it right back in front of those same customers you've been talking to. Fast.
So let's recap. You've found a real problem. You've got a killer-looking prototype. Things are feeling good, right? Well, now we're at phase 3. This is the moment of truth. This is the test that separates the dreamers from the doers, the good ideas from actual real businesses. Because here's the thing. People will tell you your idea is great all day long. Oh, that's so cool. I would totally use that. But as Dan says, until people pay, they ain't going to pay attention. All that positive feedback, it means nothing. The only feedback that matters is a credit card number. So how do you get them to pay for something that doesn't exist yet? Well, here's a really cool way to think about it. Think like they do in Dubai with real estate. Did you know that something like 70% of all property there is sold off-plan? That's right. They sell the entire skyscraper before a single foundation is laid. It's genius. And you can do the exact same thing with your software. You pre-sell your product to get the money you need to actually build it. And the way you do this is by creating an early adopter program. You go to a small group, say the founding 50, and you make them an offer they can't refuse. You give them a huge discount, maybe 50% off for life, plus VIP treatment like direct onboarding and a say in what features get built next. You're not just selling a product, you're inviting them to be part of an exclusive club. Okay, now you have cash in the bank from people who've already paid. Now you can finally build your MVP, your minimum viable product. And the key word here is minimum. The goal is not to build the whole grand vision. It's to build the smallest possible thing that perfectly solves that one core pain for your first customers. Okay, phase 4, your product is live. You have actual paying customers. High five. But we're not done. Not even close. The final phase, iterate and grow, is all about listening the right way and finding smart, clever ways to scale up. And when it comes to feedback, you need to remember this mantra. Watch what they do, not what they say. Stop listening to every single feature request people throw at you. Instead, obsessively watch how your best customers, the ones who use it all the time, are actually using the product. That's where the gold is. Now for the grow part. To really scale this thing, you need to find your growth hack. And look, a growth hack isn't just doing marketing. If everyone is doing it, it's not a hack. It's a unique kind of sneaky distribution strategy that your competitors don't even know about yet. And just to get your brain churning, here are 3 killer ideas. 1. Find distribution partners. Team up with an influencer or a creator who already has the attention of your ideal customer. 2. Try non-traditional sponsorships. Find those small niche podcasts that big companies overlook. Or 3. Insert yourself into an existing toolkit. Build an add-on for something like Shopify or Slack, platforms your customers are already in all day, every day. So, what's the big takeaway here? Why is all this so important right now? Well, according to Dan Martell, we are in the middle of a massive 18 to 36-month window of opportunity. This is a chance to build incredible, maybe even generational wealth with AI. And this whole framework just proves it's more accessible than ever before. You don't need $1 million. You don't need to be a coder. The path is laid out. The tools are there. So really, the only question left is, what painful problem will you solve first?